This is a very, very simple and extremely effective exercise that I do every single day to improve my fluency and pronunciation in the languages that I'm learning. I mostly do it for one language, the one I'm focusing on at that time, but also I do it for the languages I already speak to maintain them as well. It's very simple. Sometimes people like overthinking, people keep thinking of different techniques. What should I do next? Look up new techniques online, new strategies. Maybe I'm not doing it right, blah, blah, blah. Watch another video on how to learn languages. And look, very simple solution often when you don't know what to do is to just do more reps. That's the solution. If you've got your sentences that you want to learn, just do more reps, either listening and repeating, shadowing, reading them aloud, whatever. But just do more reps of saying those sentences aloud. It's extremely simple. Anyone can do it, and it works. If you just do that and you don't do anything else, of course, it won't be as effective as having it as part of a much more complete and well-rounded learning plan. But just doing more reps of saying the sentences aloud works. If you don't know what to do, or if you get stressed thinking of what to do next, or you procrastinate a lot and you get decision fatigue and analysis paralysis or whatever, just do more reps. So this is what I do. And I'm one of those people who think a lot and I'm constantly thinking of new plans. And otherwise, I wouldn't be I wouldn't have come up with all of this, right? But at some point, it's too much thinking and not enough doing. So this is the solution I've come up with: just more reps. So I have two types of audio files for my learning materials for my language islands. All the sentences I want to be able to learn. The normal ones where each sentence is you hear each sentence once, and then the shadowing audio file where I listen to each sentence 5 times. Each sentence is repeated 5 times, and those are for shadowing. So each sentence, I'm listening to it and I'm repeating it 5 times. And this is not the most fun thing to do. So if you sit in front of the computer and you try to do listen and repeating, maybe you can do it, or maybe you just start checking Instagram or Twitter or something after a couple of minutes, and you don't want that, right? So my solution is to do it while working out. So what I do is I already know the text more or less. So first I read while listening once or twice to have an idea of what's being said. But then I have uh, home workouts that are super high rep but relatively low intensity. I mean, it's low intensity for me. Maybe for you, it's not. But mostly push-ups, squats, that kind of thing. Bunch of different core exercises, and then jump rope and things like that. And I do it at a pace where I can speak while doing it. And then I play this thing, the audio file, and I listen to each sentence five times, and I set a 1 minute EMOM or whatever. I don't know how you say it. Well, every minute on the minute. So it's a timer. It's on YouTube. It's just 1 minute and EMOM, and every minute you get a beep. So I do 20 push-ups or 20 bodyweight squats or whatever every minute, and then the rest of the time I'm like skipping or doing whatever, and the whole time I'm repeating the sentences aloud. Yeah, so I'm like repeating each sentence 5 times. Sometimes I don't know what I'm repeating aloud still yet, so because I haven't learned them well enough yet, but I'll still try to say it the exact same way because eventually, then also I do some reading and some listening and checking the meaning apart outside this like listening and repeating drilling stuff. But just by doing thousands and thousands of reps of this, just listening and repeating or shadowing over and over and over, you improve a lot, and you learn entire sentences that you don't even know the meaning of yet by sheer repetition. And eventually you learn the meaning of the sentences by like if you when you read them while listening, and you're like, that's that sentence I've been repeating, and oh, that's what it means, and then you remember it. But the solution is, it's in plain sight. It's very simple. It's just do more reps, a lot more reps. And like I said, if you work in front of a computer like all day, like I do, the last thing you want to do after work is to continue sitting in front of the same computer and spend a couple more hours reading and then listening and repeating sentences. So the solution is find a workout pace where you can speak. Well, obviously don't bench press 300 pounds or something while doing this, but you can do push-ups while saying things aloud, or you can do, I don't know, jumping jacks, so that kind of stuff. So it's not proper workouts. It's not like the hardcore workouts, but that I also do. But uh, if you've got a relatively sedentary lifestyle, then you spend most of the time sitting because that's what your work requires you to do. This is a really good use of your time. Obviously, you can't do it while going. I mean, you could do it while going for walks or runs, but you'd sound like a lunatic, right? And they take you away, probably. I haven't tried it. I did it on a park a few times, and then I was like, nah, maybe not. People were looking at me weird. But at home, while you do push-ups, neighbors might think I'm weird, but I don't care. So that's it. Like, find really basic, simple exercises, timer, and every minute on the minute you do a bunch of them, and then keep like running in place or something, or like do a. I do like to do like a fighting stance, like hopping between reps, so you stay active and repeating the sentences, and just go back to do more push-ups, and you do like 60 sets of 10 or 20 push-ups in an hour, and 1,000 plus sentences repeated aloud. It works. Simple. You can do it all day, every day. If you're not some slob, if you're in decent shape already. Not fitness advice. I'm not a fitness instructor, but it's a very, if you're someone who gets distracted easily, this is a very easy way to stay engaged while you're doing the learning. That's why I do it, right? That's why I've tried doing it on the exercise bike, and I end up checking my phone. But if I'm doing push-ups, I'm not checking my phone.